Hey there, Ron here. Listen, if you're watching this video, it means you should be a Quickstart real estate graduate because that's who I'm addressing this video to. And the purpose is to make sure that you are aware of the upcoming alumni event for only Quickstart graduates being held here in Jacksonville on August the 9th and the 10th. It's a two-day event designed to follow up after you've gotten out of the 4-day training with me. I thought it would be a good idea to give you an idea of what we're going to be doing during that 2 days to make sure you can justify the time to take out of your life to get down here. I can tell you the cost is only $250, and that's just to help us cover the cost of the hotel and the food. When I speak of food, I'm taking you to Iggy's that night, so on me. I mean, that alone ought to be worth your trip, but if it's not, we are going to be spending some time solving your problems. I always give you a questionnaire when you check in, and I want to see what's on your mind. I want to discuss your roadblocks and spend some time knocking those out the best we can, and also celebrating your success. I want to hear from some successful students in the room on what they've accomplished and the roadblocks that they've overcome, because I think everybody wants to hear that. I think everybody needs that boost of confidence that you can only get by other people accomplishing what you should be if you're not. We're going to discuss increasing your closing ratio. You know, why aren't you getting more deals out of the leads you get? Yeah, we'll discuss getting the leads, but from my experience, most of our students are getting plenty of leads. They're just not handling them properly after they get them. So we're going to discuss that. And also we're going to have group discussions and panel discussions. I choose some subjects that you've told me in past visits that you want to talk about. And these are very interesting group discussions that we have. Gives us a chance to interact, and then I'll have a panel there as well that we can focus on getting some information from those who have been there and done that. And I'm also going to do a class on seller financing. I don't get to spend enough time on that in the boot camp. I'm going to dig much deeper, and while we're at it, we're going to have a contracts class where we're going to practice filling out contracts in class, and I'm going to grade you. And I've found in the past that goes a long ways to help the confidence level from folks who have trouble with the contracts. So we got a lot to do in that 2 days, and again, it's only $250. So I strongly suggest you get registered. If you're not a Quickstart graduate, you're not even qualified, because it's for graduates only. Now, prior to that, there's a 3-day event for the very first time. I've asked the Wolf couple to take over from where what I did on the Mastering the Phone event. So this 3-day event is called Mastering the Phone and Taking Action. And it's going to be a lot of practicing on those closing calls. The closing call is the biggest problem we have to overcome with folks. And you're going to practice making those calls in small groups of 6 in the room, each of you grading each other. You will be the buyer and the seller on multiple sessions before this 3-day period is over. And man, does it escalate your ability to handle that phone very, very quickly. Also, some skits on visiting the house, because if we can crack that nut, mastering that call and visiting that house, the rest of this business is pretty easy, I got to tell you. And they're going to spend some time on conquering fear. You see, we know that the biggest problem that we have to deal with people coming to us is between this ear and this ear, and it's called fear. Good news is that this is the only place it can be housed, and if it can get in there, we can get it out of there. And honestly, the time we spend conquering fear will actually assist you in pretty much everything else you do in life, in addition to what is any kind of roadblocks you may have in the real estate business. This is going to be an incredible 3 days prior to my 2 days, taught with the Wolves, and a lot of interactive stuff. And in fact, they've said it was okay if you bring leads, because I just asked them, and they said, yes, we can process leads. We will call leads live while you're there, and we'll do a live seller call on night 1 like we did at the Quickstart school. So I don't have to tell you that it would behoove you to bring a stack of leads with you, and let's see how many deals we can get made for you during that class. And I'll probably bring in some help to also get as many of those as we can called for you. As you well know, sometimes people go home with deals worth $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 just because they came to the class. Now the 3 days with the Wolves is only $995, and that's per couple. That's for you and your spouse or guest. Get registered right now, and by the way, if you're a master, you know you get 10% off of that, and 10% off of the $250 for the alumni event. So all in all, yes, it's a 5-day event, but I promise you we'll make sure that it's a 5 days well worth your time and the small amount of money we're asking you to spend, because this is the year of Trump. Let's make it the best possible year we can make it, and we're running out of time. So this thing is happening August 7th, 8th, 9th, and well, let's see, 7, anyway, 5 days in August. You can look it up. Get on and get registered right now and we'll reserve you a seat. I'll see you then if not before.